This is The Point, news from Noise, daily market call presented by Kattan Ferretti Financial. I'm your CEO, Brad Roth, and I look forward to having a daily discussion with you over the topics that we present in this note every single morning. So without further ado, The Point. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Point. I am back in the office. You no longer have horrible audio for me. It is July 17th and a beautiful Monday morning here in Pittsburgh. Cameron, why don't you hit everybody off with the news?
U.S. futures are higher this morning, continuing their push from Friday, as the dollar stayed steady, looking to end its 5-day slide. Economic data continues to be the leading cause for higher markets, as growth in China was reported better than expected, sparking rally for industrial metals and mining companies, as there will be more on this later. This week, eyes will shift towards earnings season for financial sectors, with BlackRock leading the way today. Also reporting this week will be Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, and Morgan Stanley. Last week, JP Morgan Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup posted earnings with seemingly good results, although the optimism may be fading as the numbers show a decline in loan growth. The world of subprime loans has emerged again, this time in the auto industry, as the defaults on cars are soaring to post-crisis highs at nearly 4%. And oil giants cast a campaign towards millennials as they expect a large number of retirees in the future. They claim people aged 21 to 35 take a negative view of the industry and don't realize its importance in economic growth and job creation. The Stoxx Europe 600 index remains steady and unsure of a direction after erasing an early gain, then climbing back after a dip as June consumer prices came in unchanged. The euro area carries much uncertainty as the second round of Brexit talks begins this morning in Brussels. Key issues will include citizens' rights, the power of the European Court Justice, and the ensuing transitional period. The European Central Bank will hold a meeting on Thursday, although experts continue to expect little change and don't expect a rate hike before 2019. As stated earlier, China's GDP expanded better than expected at 6.9%, with a large surprise in industrial output beating economists' expectations by more than a full percent. These reports pushed the yuan to its highest level in 8 months, as the MSCI Asia-Pacific Index added 0.3%, although not including Japan, whose markets were closed for a holiday. Despite the strong reports, the Shanghai Composite Index dropped almost 1.5% amid concerns over a weekend where the president said the central bank would play a greater role in defending against risks. And one of China's richest men is under scrutiny as China plans to cut off some of his funding. Wang Jianlin's Dalian Wanda Group is under fire for 6 investments that were found to have violations, such as the purchase of Nordic Cinema and Carmike Cinema, and I am impressed that I think I actually pronounced that correctly.
All right, Cam. I mean, again, not really a busy week, but we're seeing in Asia and in Europe, it's again central banks hold a meeting on Thursday to continue about rate hikes, and then you see down here China also talking about the central bank would play a greater role in defending against risk. It's that kind of market still. I mean, front page of the Wall Street Journal, you have this huge thing about the bond market and rates. A little move in rates is a big deal when, the bond market has been in this bull market that it's been for 60 years. I mean, it's a very big deal, and people are watching it very, very closely. If you want to learn more about that and get a kind of a deeper dive, the Full Investment Advisors podcast, the beginning of it this week, you can get it on the note, discusses a lot of these things in terms of interest rates, inflation, bond prices in greater detail. So I'd get your hands on that, but really nothing too concerning today. That's a real market mover, but we got to see Bryson DeChambeau got his first win.
Yeah, I guess he did get his first win over the John Deere. He's the most inconsistent player I've ever seen with his approach of physics. He either shoots 83 or he's shooting 64. So who knows? Other than that, Le'Veon Bell still remains the only franchise player not to be signed. Denny Hamlin held off Kyle Larson for his first win of the season at New Hampshire, and the Pirates defeated the Cardinals yesterday afternoon to take their first series since the All-Star break, but the big one coming today as they start a 4-game homestand against the Brewers. So keeping pace there. Only 7 games back, so hopefully
only 7 games back.
But that's yeah. But with a 4-game series, that's not bad.
Well, let's get it done. All right, this is another version of The Point for Monday, July 17th. We will see you all tomorrow.